Sure, Alex, you want to do the intro?
Give me a countdown.
Sure, dude, okay.
It's rolling.
Oh, I thought I heard give me a countdown.
Yeah, give him a countdown.
I'm not listening to Lawrence.
Oh,
Alright.
don't give him courtesy.
Alright, hang on. Okay, well, try
This intro is so
3.
scuffed.
This is your fault.
And welcome back to Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. Hey, I'm Alex. I voice Apollo here, and with me is Rob.
Unfortunately for you, there is no Apollo right now. Also, I'm not.
Okay,
also, I'm not Rob. I'm Lawrence. Hello. Rob,
Rob.
say your lines.
I queued Rob in, and he didn't say shit.
Yeah, I know. Rob is just. Rob is fucking up all of this.
Now I can be the hostile participant.
Well, I can't believe Rob's being hostile. I mean, who's
And-
the hostile one here?
And we have Lords. And as usual,
I'm a
if
good
you will
boy.
probably join us later.
I believe you read this line last episode. So.
And that's Alex who does the judge.
Yeah, hang on. The defendant, Zach Gremery, stands accused. Tell us why.
Oh, fuck. I forgot. I was supposed to come up with a different voice for this dude.
Well, last time he was Sonic the Hedgehog, which I really didn't like.
Yeah, I know. Everyone loved that one, I swear. Alright. I've already forgotten his normal voice, let alone his new voice. Right. Oh, I'll do more than that! For where he walks, the red roses rise, singing hymns to the miracle that is magic. We'll go with that.
Fascinating. Though I hardly need to remind you that the evidence could just as clearly point to you as the suspect.
It's iffy.
Actually, hold on. Let me double check my... properties... Okay, this is correct, Mike. That's fine. The letter. The murder weapon.
There you go.
He said hi.
Say hi to the audience.
And now, the 2 bullets found at the scene.
In fact, the only difference seems to be the designated time.
Ah! Are you done yet? Every magician knows timing is everything.
You know what the funny thing is, Lawrence? It only
It
caught
caught
one
one
ha!
ha.
I couldn't hear what you said.
No, it only caught one ha. So all he is just ha! Just really long pause.
I am beyond pissed.
No, it was funny. What do you want about?
Yeah, it was looking great. Yes, and now it's time to get this party fired up, baby.
Okay. I would
Witness
make
testimony.
sound with my glass and this spoon, but unfortunately it won't come through the mic. That night, I visited the hospital room at the time Magnifi requested. The smell of gunpowder hung in the room, and my mentor had taken his final bow. I did not imagine my fellow student might have received the same instructions. Yet a deal with the dead is still a deal. Death's sweet kiss I gave to the clown. Died from the doctor and the police.
So you were the one who reported the crime.
Indeed, I would think. This fact alone would clear my name of suspicion. That is a...
Let's not jump to any conclusions.
Yes, the cross-examination generally comes before the conclusions in the
Don't
court.
you
in
talk
this court.
shit, Mr. Judge. You've tried to not do cross-examinations before.
But if your testimony proves to be true, then the defendant, Zach Gremery, is guilty.
And if it wasn't Zach Gremery, then the killer was you, Valant. And no disappearing act will get you out of that.
That night he was raging.
Fine. The smell of gunpowder hung in the room where Mentor had taken his final bow, so he was dead.
Excuse me.
So, you weren't worried for your own safety at all? I mean, you smelled gunpowder, yes? What if the shooter was still nearby?
Well, shit. Think about that one. It is forbidden for a magician to have a good imagination.
What?
Imagination.
What?
Really? Isn't magic all about illusions and imagination? How about this? You are the shooter, which is why you weren't afraid.
Now you're the one imagining. It is forbidden for a lawyer to have a good imagination.
The witness will refrain from pausing so suspiciously before responding.
Can we
Dumbass.
do that every quarter?
My forbidden imagination is trying to imagine things.
My imagination is banned from here on out.
Might have received the same
No,
instructions.
hey, no. There's no imagining.
He didn't imagine, though.
Okay, he's safe now.
That's fine.
If anyone starts imagining, we've got to shoot him.
There were 2 bullet holes at the scene. One in the victim and one in the clown. You're saying the one who shot the clown was you.
No doubt my partner Zack has said much the same thing.
Yeah, because whoever didn't shoot the clown committed murder. I better dig around here a bit more and see what I turn up. Mr. Vallant, let me ask about something else concerning the crime scene. Namely...
Bullet in the pistol, the location of the pistol, the number of pistols.
the number of pistols.
Yes.
Okay. How many pistols were there when you entered the room?
By retrieving what precisely?
2 pistols were used in the Zack and Vallant quick draw shoot-'em, correct? 1 for each of you.
You are well informed, yet only one of my old friends sat there in the hospital room that night.
What did Zack tell me back in the lobby?
Clicking
Oh,
doorknobs is
I had
illegal on
no
other
intention of
planets.
shooting my mentor.
Say that again, Iffy?
Clicking doorknobs is illegal on other planets.
Where did that come from?
What did Zack tell me back in the lobby?
Oh.
Licking doorknobs is illegal on other planets.
Other countries, did you not know that, illiterate? I snuck into his room at that night at the appointed time, and found there upon his bedside table 2 pistols. I took the pistol I'd fired and placed it in my pocket.
I see no problem with that statement. Only 1 pistol is visible in the photograph of the crime scene, after all.
So it's probably not that one.
So you picked up that pistol and fired it.
Indeed I did. Alakazam, Alakazing, Alakaboom.
Shot that fool in the dome and now look at me run like a fool.
Is the number of pistols really so important?
Quite important. The number of pistols is quite important, Your Honor.
Okay,
That's it. It was all good.
very well. Please add this detail to your testimony.
Oh, that reminds me, son Alex has changed my volume settings for everyone.
You can't let you're turning him down.
Everyone needs to get I turn my volume up, period. What can I do but obey?
Actually, sitting farther away from
Only
the
1
mic.
pistol was in the hospital room that night.
I feel like
They
I've turned
shot the
I
clown.
feel like I've turned into Captain Falcon.
But oh wait, hold on. But the staged pistol in evidence, the barrel marks bullet found to match the bullet found in the victim. According to the defendant, Zack Gremory, when he entered the room, there were 2 pistols on that table.
2?
One of those pistols he used to shoot the clown in the forehead. Then he left with it in his pocket.
Your Honor, can I make a quick call? The word imagine is banned, and I had a collab with Imagine Dragons. Can I cancel that real quick?
I'll allow it.
Alright, thank you. Of course, this is what he would say. Yeah. Yeah. Can you call my agent? Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Unlike the hapless clown, you must assume our defendant had some brains in his head.
Well, what about what Mr. Vallant has told us? You see, there's something about his testimony that doesn't make any sense.
What might that be? I told you, I took the pistol that was there and shot the clown.
That's your story, at least. But the rifling marks tell a very different story, Mr. Vallant. Recall what Prosecutor Gavin told us.
Licking doorknobs is illegal on other planets. There's a bullet taken into the victim's skull with a bullet fired from his gun. Fletcher marks from the bullets were a perfect match.
Someone's fucked now. Mr. Vallant, if you fired this pistol, then you shot the victim in the forehead.
Like, turn him back into Sonic and he can run like a
Order!
bitch.
Order!
Can I have a nacho with cheese and fries?
I like a cheeky Nando's.
Did I shoot his brain dead?
Maybe.
Alex?
Alex?
Wait, I said the line.
Didn't hear you.
We didn't hear that. If you're saying it, it's still not coming through.
It's not coming through?
No.
Shoot.
No.
Dang, okay. Alright, one more time. Well, this is all rather sudden.
That's
There we
better.
go.
Objection. What have I done? No, seriously, what have I done?
Prosecutor Gavin!
I heard the
Don't
court
you
apology.
update all tops you report me, you son of a bitch.
Sorry.
Sorry for what?
See, I was unaware that the two of these unique pistols were crafted. The analysis of the rifling marks only proved that type of gun that fired them.
He's updating the evidence. Objection! But that's not what you told us before! You said you'd verified the murder weapon!
That's why I'm apologizing to you now, quite sincerely, I
I'm
might add.
tempting, you piece of shit.
You hold me accountable for a mistake made in my youth?
Yes, you're the fucking prosecutor!
That was just this
Why
morning!
am I just a stinker? I am still young, you know. Unlike you, Grandpa. And I might add, it wasn't really my fault. But if the defendant had only admitted he took one pistol from the scene of the crime, we'd not be having this pleasant discussion now, would we?
Violent grammary?
Yes, Your Honor.
You were presented to this court as a decisive witness, but you've proven to be more divisive than decisive.
Divisive.
Divisive, then.
I don't
decisive.
give a fuck. I am the judge.
He is in fact the judge. He can choose not to give a fuck.
If we ban a magic from this courtroom, we can make it divisive.
You'll see. In time.
As long as it doesn't require imagination, it's fine.
Testimony so far has merely been a review of the facts. The proof comes next.
I'm pretty sure proof is
Like I have.
basically a fact.
Can't elaborate, Prosecutor Gavin.
Sorry, that was being interrupted with my wife. When Mr. Merlin entered the hospital room, the victim had already been shot. And his next testimony will provide here, right, the real fight is about to begin.
And his next
Bring it.
testimony.
Very well. The witness will now testify to the court. Help us determine who shot what.
Well, I shot a film on Friday, and then I shot a man on Sunday, and then I shot a douchebag on Saturday.
I shot the sheriff and the
I
sheriff.
shot the sheriff, and the sheriff shot me. I arrived in the hospital room at the appointed time, which is to say 11:20 p.m. After discovering the body, I fulfilled my obligation and called in the doctor. Doctor Who, actually. I think the 15th one. The doctor examined the body before the police arrived. He was quite clear about the time of death, 11:10 p.m. And the one in the room at that time was my partner, not me. Court record.
Those times are rather close, you have to admit.
Right, what's the court record say? Like his autopsy, don't we have that?
Yeah, estimated time of death is not stated, so he hasn't said anything that contradicts it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he said it tweet, he never said it precise time. though.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. We need to talk to him more about it.
You're talking about an alibi established over a matter of minutes. To use a 10-minute discrepancy as the basis of your alibi.
It's easy to explain the situation here, Judge. For example, take our debut hit single, 13 Years Hard Time for Love. Shoots the song, press the play button, and it will play for 2 minutes 15 seconds. Do it 100 times, the result's the same.
Their debut single was only 2 minutes and 15 seconds long? What a ripoff!
How many breads have you eaten in your life, Mr. Wright?
More than you.
Magic is a world.
He died.
Yeah, he just died halfway through that sentence.
Apparently, you guys are.
Magic is just a world, guys.
No, I got distracted by magic. Magic is a world of utmost precision. Hocus pocus requires admirable focus.
Nice rhyme?
Hocus pocus, I'm gonna kick you in your tokus. And in the time of death determined by the doctor is an
Incontrovertible.
Incontrovertible.
that word, truth.
Very well. The prosecution warns us that we're dealing with rather precise times. And we can expect the cross-examination to require that same level of precision.
But not the
Yeah,
evidence,
like-
apparently.
Yeah, it says it's not precise.
Don't look at that. Just listen to me.
I would hope the defense refrains from its customarily broad, sweeping accusations.
I do avoid from being a little bleach.
Lest we blur the focus, this case so clearly in the maps.
Point taken. Baseless remarks will result in a penalty. Carry on, Mr. Wright.
Carry on. Right.
Tell us you can't.
So basically, I can't freely press him. Well, it's fine. The only thing that's relevant here is the time of death, because it doesn't match our evidence, so we need to ask him about it. It doesn't contradict our evidence, but it doesn't match our... Well, it's more precise than our evidence is. So.
Yeah.
Hold it.
I don't think I'm stepping out on a limb to say I have some doubts about this. How could the doctor be so precise with the time?
We do usually only get an estimated time of death, true. I'm not sure I've heard of a verified time of death.
Magic reps in the magic. Magic reps in magic, yes. Magic reps are amazing. The complex appears simple, but reality is the opposite. What appears complex in this case is a simple matter of subtraction.
I see another person has done their arithmetic homework.
The point here is the IV directed was taken. It's quite visible in the photograph of the scene. Recall what we heard earlier about the victim Magnifi Gramarie's schedule. Every night at 11, Magnifi took an IV drip for 30 minutes.
I can see the IV bag right there, yes.
Now look a little closer. Follow the tube down from the bag to the end. Zoom in on her hands.
Ah! The needle's been removed!
Apparently, it fell out when he was. It fell out when he was shot. Okay.
That would seem to be the case.
When the needle comes out, the IV no longer drips.
Ah! You can just measure the remaining IV liquid.
Precisely, you boy. The IV look.
As he drops out again.
Now, I'm also thinking, unless the game doesn't want to show it, his arm looks like it's not been pricked by a fucking.
No, because that would make some people squeamish. I
And that's
think.
this, the whole.
Yeah, but the fucking hole in the forehead.
He's got a hole in his head.
Yeah, but it's got like a...
in his head.
No, don't worry about it.
And you just bring it up again.
The circle.
Yeah, where do you
is
th- where-
fine, but
where'd you
not
think
like
the
a little
IV
circle
fell
in his arm. You ever look at functions for our purpose as an hourglass of sorts? It is how the doctor determined the time of death. From the map remaining in the bag, it was determined that the IV had stopped 10 minutes after administration began.
That in our thing? No, it doesn't say that. What the
No, it
fuck?
can't be added. Also, what's that other IV thing you have?
Oh, thanks!
Yeah, there we go. We add the IV report.
What's the needle?
What's the needle?
Yeah, then you look at the needle. What's that? No, not that needle. The needle.
Syringe?
Yeah, it's
Unused.
been washed and shows no signs of use.
Yeah, it's not for the IV drip though. It's a different type of syringe. Just wonder what it's for.
Insulin shots.
What's
Yeah, you don't-
insulin?
You don't syringe an IV.
Insulin.
What's
is
insulin
the
do?
liquid your
Insulin
pancreas
is for diabetes.
Oh, okay. So that's
Hey,
And
that's-
he is diabetic.
oh yeah. So I was like, okay. I want to make sure.
Yeah, but the human body produces
Been a while.
insulin too.
Yeah.
And so it was when I, the light, entered that room. 10 minutes had passed since that horrible crime was committed. And this is proof.
Well, Mr. Wright?
Did that seem important? Very.
Probably.
Well, seeing how it is the biggest clue we have to the time of death, I'd say it's very important.
Agreed. It would be hard to imagine a more precise way to determine the time,
I'm
other
trying to
than a
watch.
fucking clock. Behold the power of arithmetic! Very well. The witness will add this detail to his testimony.
Sometimes the most magical thing of all is the truth.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait a second. Did he say he can't imagine a better way of doing time?
Right.
I don't know.
The
Yeah, I
justice
said
of time.
other than a clock.
That means you imagine Alex got to shoot you. The order of life springs not to turn. The remaining IV liquid proves my innocence.
Eloquent.
Did you notice the IV yourself by any chance?
When I first entered that room, the stench of gunpowder assailed me.
Damn, I can't believe you got attacked by gunpowder. Honestly.
Next, the mark of death upon my mentor's forehead. And then his left arm did I spy, arose, drooping and wilted. It's for the discarded IV needle.
Alright, shit. Alright. Knocked from the vein by the force of the shot, luckily for you. Davy had not been there, why you might be a suspect.
Indubitably so. I might say it's thanks to my lucky color.
Your lucky color?
Indeed, even today I wear it proudly upon my suspect self. For it always, without fail, brings me luck. Why, when Zack and Vane won their first Magician's Grand Prix? Yes, the very one held by the Association of International Magicians. I was holding this attire then too, and our trophy bust. Ah, what a day that was.
This is one trip down memory lane no one needs.
My lucky cat. Yes, indeed, and that IV too. I say I think 'twas hewed especially for me, Volant. What? Davies.
That does seem to be the case indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, any thoughts on this testimony?
Very.
Valant sure looks happy with himself. Okay, how about this lucky color testimony? There's a contradiction. It certainly sounds like your lucky colors brought you plenty of luck. But not this time. Mr. Valant, your lucky colors betrayed you.
I'm afraid you've lost me.
Your Honor, the witness's testimony just now clearly contradicts the evidence.
Okay.
Oh no.
Please recall my warning at the beginning of this cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Baseless accusations will be duly penalized.
You're duly canonized.
I do hope this latest accusation is based.
Big.
Don't worry, I've got all your bases right here.
Very well. Let's hear the defense's claim. Where is your evidence that contradicts what Mr. Valent has told us?
The crime scene tells all, Your Honor.
The photo of the crime scene?
All this talk of color has me yearning for black and white, clear-cut simplicity. Yo, my boy!
It's not
My
all
boy.
black and white, Clavia.
My boy! Minimalist is the best! Fuck you, Rob! Tell us that right. Just where is the contradiction in this photo?
It's gonna work in a
My
fuck you.
pleasure. And I assure you it's quite simple, but I can't promise anything in black and white.
Rob's logical response. Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What in this photo contradicts the witness's testimony?
Bro, the IV is fucking green!
It's fucking green.
Valant Grammary, let's get one thing straight about your lucky color. It's yellow, yes?
One second, my brain just short-circuited. Might take the mystery out of it, but yes. I mean, how do you know? What gave it away?
Something wrong with yellow, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yellow's a stupid color.
Blue is better. Yes, there is. Decisively wrong. Blah. Blah. Yes, there is. Decisively wrong, in fact. Take another look at the photo of the crime scene.
What's this?
Confusion. Zap. Tell us what your elderly eyes spy.
Even my elderly eyes can see a problem here, Mr. Vallant. Look at that IV bag.
Well, shit. What is this? What? Out magic?
It would be hard to call the IV liquid yellow, and I'm afraid no magic was involved in the taking of this photograph.
Technically, yellow is part of blue-green. Alakano. Also, just saying, green is technically yellow and blue, so technically it was yellow. Just have
Order! Order! That was a pretty based accusation, Mr. Wright.
Objection. This is some kind of mistake.
This is a bullshit.
Yes, Prosecutor Gavin. Your witness's mistake.
Fuck.
That was perfect. The greener they are, the harder they fall. I suppose there's no substitute for experience. Valent Grammary, as you reminded us several times, your lucky color is yellow, but the IV is clearly not.
Well,
Shit.
This contradiction can mean only one thing.
Objection.
hey, I'm talking.
And to think, you almost had.
Huh?
I see your true colors now, Ace Attorney Phoenix, right?
You got the title backwards. Something is like. Actually, wait, no, is that correct? Okay, I don't know.
Right now is right now.
I'm an ace attorney, not an attorney ace.
Well, it's Ace Attorney Apollo Justice, so.
Is it Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney?
Yes.
Or is it Ace
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Okay. That's what I meant by backwards. But anyways, something you'd like to tell us, Prosecutor Gavin.
You're a bitch.
As far as this court can tell, the witness's testimony does contradict the evidence.
Yes, a contradiction. One that I shall be pleased to hand right back to Mr. Wright.
How do you mean?
How? Because the witness has made a mistake.
Is it actually the color green? Is it
Yeah,
actually going to be the color green?
That's a sort of greenish yellow. But I assure you, the liquid itself is quite yellow.
Yellow liquid? How can you say that? As far as I can tell from this photo, it's green.
I mean, look, about the bag's blue.
God damn it, it is.
Yes,
It
what color
fucking
is
is.
the IV bag itself?
Yeah, what the yellow and green?
The
Yeah,
bag?
yellow and blue, mate. See,
You
that
mean-
thing was correct.
You mean the plastic bag on the hook?
It looks like a, I want to say light blue.
Here's the question then. How did he know it was yellow?
Yeah. Obviously figured it out yet? Put a yellow liquid in a blue bag, and...
You get green.
This incidentally is the liquid's true color. Look at it, it's piss.
Are you addicted?
Prosecutor, why are you holding up a bag of piss to the court?
What were they?
But that still doesn't explain the piss bag.
Sorry, could you repeat the line? I didn't read. Apparently that's not doing it. What the fuck?
Okay,
Is this
yeah.
breaking or what the fuck's
I think
happening?
Discord's having a fuck right now.
Yeah, Discord's having a fit.
Right. Is there like a Discord?
I could switch it to Brazil if you really want.
We're going to Brazil.
There we
Did
go.
that come through?
No, well, you said we're going to Brazil, but then I cut you off by switching the server to Brazil.
No, but did it actually get in time?
We are now in Brazil.
Yeah.
Now in Brazil. I don't know Brazil language, so I can't.
Alright, what was the last thing you heard from me?
I didn't hear this line.
Okay, good. I made a
Last
bunch
thing
of
I
bad
heard-
jokes in that intro.
I heard your last joke. I heard that last joke. I just didn't
Yo,
know
you
that
heard
was-
the piss joke?
I heard the. I also heard the
Your
piss
face
joke.
doesn't ring true to it, but that doesn't explain the bag of piss, is what you said.
Yeah.
You didn't say
Okay, that was the line. Yeah.
But he
Yeah,
didn't.
okay,
He
the first
didn't.
line.
He didn't read the line. You only read the follow. So rather, it
Oh,
didn't.
yeah,
It only
no,
came through.
I read.
Not discussion,
I read
repeat the
all of
line.
it. Like, okay.
Your explanation
You're-
doesn't ring true to it.
Thanks, Loris. He said it.
No.
Let's go. Your explanation
Just fucking
does have
move
the
on.
ring of truth of it.
Objection! As I thought. There's no substitute for experience, Prosecutor Gavin.
Yanni? The fuck? What? The fuck on my face?
You may tell a good tale, but you've just proven something rather grave for you then.
Grave?
The
Judge, he's
liquid, in,
starting to kill me.
the liquid in the IV is yellow, yes? But how did this witness know that? It's quite unnatural when you think about it. You did think about it, didn't you?
Fuck. No. Fuck.
I don't care.
Your Honor, the defense requests an explanation from the witness. At the scene of the crime, the IV liquid appears to be green. So let me ask, how did the witness know the IV liquid was actually yellow? Oh
Oh
god.
shit. Atticus, oh my god!
This fucking rabbit's staring into your fucking soul, man.
Alright, this is the killer rabbits. He's got two
Order, order, order.
orders.
Mr. Wright, you will explain this at once. The witness clearly knew the color of the IV liquid. So I'm sure it means something, but what?
I can think of only one possibility, Your Honor. The witness, Valid Gregory, has testified that the IV liquid was yellow because he knew the IV liquid's color. You have to know it. From the facts before us, the answer is clear. The witness knew that the IV liquid was yellow. Why? Because he'd seen it before. But not inside the blue bag we see in the photo. He saw the liquid by itself in a clear, colorless bag.
I suppose he would have had to, but I'm still not clear as to what all this means.
Ask yourself, why would he know if he didn't work at a hospital? That's where you'll find your meaning, Your Honor. If he's dropped out, so I'm gonna take his line for a sec.
He got
Yeah.
two.
He might have been called away, yeah. I'm afraid I find nothing. So what if he knew the IV liquid's color? Leave the getting excited over absolutely nothing to our teeny bopper fans, yeah? Objection! The IV liquid is the only evidence proving the time of death. A 30-minute hourglass with 20 minutes worth of sand remaining. Your claim, Prosecutor Gavin.
I remember it well.
However, there's a critical difference between an hourglass and an IV bag.
Wait, I know. An hourglass uses sand, but the IV bag uses liquid. I'm right,
Technically,
right?
I mean, he's not wrong.
As much as it pains me to say this, Your Honor, no. Unlike the sand through an hourglass, IV liquid enters the patient's body, at which point, like magic, it disappears. However, what if the amount of IV liquid had increased? You couldn't tell, could you? After all, there's no way of knowing how much went in. Let me get this straight here, right? You're saying the witness watered down the victim's IV bag. Not with water, but with an IV liquid. That's how you knew the IV liquid was yellow.
Now wait, I said wait! How might an amateur such as myself essay to perform such a task?
Objection! I'm an amateur too, but I can pour water into a cup.
He's
Objection!
not wrong.
I'm afraid there's quite a big difference between a cup and an IV bag. Quite. Can you prove our witness is capable of such a feat?
He has a point, amateurs.
Well, can you do it, Judge? Well, do it for us, Judge. Do it. Show us what you do. Come on, Judge. No
See
rules.
this cup? See this cup? See this water? Right into the bag. Get fucked. I, at least, would have some difficulty pouring IV liquid in that bag. But
You
not
don't
today.
need to be an expert to see the look on the witness's face. He added liquid to that IV to throw off the time of death. I tire of these fairy tales lacking evidence.
Well, Mr. Wright, any solid evidence to bring us back down to Earth?
Valid Gramarye, I'm afraid your magic won't serve you well in a life of crime.
Might I ask what you're strongly suggesting?
Magic relies on props, and props become evidence. Our witness was certainly able to increase the amount of IV liquid in the bag. All he had to do was work a little magic, and the prop was...
Syringe.
The victim's syringe.
It's the perfect prop for the magically increasing IV trick, and easy enough for an amateur to use. Objection! What kind of evidence is that? The syringe was clean, not a trace of liquid in it. Objection!
What's stopping you from cleaning it?
And don't you find that odd, Prosecutor Gavin? What? The victim had the syringe to administer his insulin shots. There should have been traces of insulin left inside. Well, Valid Gramarye, as you pointed out yourself, the IV liquid makes the perfect clock. One that you could manipulate at will.
Alakazam! Why do the pigeons keep flying out from his crotch?
Don't worry about it.
I do believe, well, with this being his first, that the burden of this trial has been a bit too much to bear for Prosecutor Gavin.
Rip.
I'm afraid that while there is a doubt as to the amount of IV liquid in that bag, the time of death cannot be proven. And that brings our trial to a close for today.
Well, maybe I can squeeze an extra day out of this. I can do a little much-needed investigation work.
I see there are no objections, Court.
Objection!
Oh, fuck off, Lang! I mean, Clavia.
Truly, there's no substitute for experience. Nothing blinds one to the truth so effectively. A word to the wise. Underestimate the young and they'll sweep your feet out from under you. In a way you never ever expected. You see, I know exactly what you're thinking. What's he talking about? You say the witness used the syringe to manipulate the level of the IV liquid. But there's no proof. There's no proof he didn't do it either. Yes, quite true. What? He's admitting it? Nor was this witness quite as decisive as I'd hoped. This I admit, after all, why linger in the past when the future holds so much?
Clavia, get to the fucking point!
You have something in mind, Prosecutor Gavin.
You're wasting
Proof, Herr
time,
Judge.
you piece of shit.
I have another way to prove my case. With evidence, no less.
What's this?
This is the victim, Magnifi Gramarye's diary. Diary? After going into the hospital, Magnifi began writing his memoirs, it seems. The story of his birth, his startling debut, and of meeting his disciples. Seems he descended for the last chapter to end quite appropriately with his death. Wait, that book doesn't say what the reason was, does it? The reason why his disciples couldn't refuse his last request. Sadly, it does not. What's important here is on the last page. Apparently, the victim wrote in his journal that night, even after the IV had begun at 11 p.m. Let's read it, shall we?
This does appear to have been written just before his death. The court accepts this into evidence.
Read the very last part with particular care. This journal may end here, or it may go on, but not long. That depends on his hand. Of course, by his, he refers to our defendant, Zach Gramarye.
Not necessarily.
That would make sense, yes. He was the first scheduled visitor, after all.
But look at what he said before that. This journal may end here, or it may go on. It may go on. Magnifi Gramarye intended to write again. That is, if Zach Gramarye didn't pull the trigger.
I mean, if anything could have happened if Valor pulled the trigger.
I see the defense understands the meaning of this. The victim's diary does not go on. It ends. Because Magnifi's life was brought to an end by the defendant, Zach Gramarye.
The proof shit!
Order, order, order! Prosecutor Gavin, are you certain that Magnifi Grammary wrote this?
There is no mistaking his handwriting.
Well, this does seem to be significant. According to this, Magnifi did intend to continue his diary. Yet, if his diary ended here, which plainly it did,
Then the one who pulled the trigger was the first visitor, Zach Grammary. Well, how do you like me now, Harriet? Still too green for your tastes, He's right about the diary being pretty clear. Still, I find it hard to believe that he'd overlook such an obvious problem with his precious evidence.
Hey, missing.
well, Mr. Wright, the witness's testimony we heard was lacking. But put together with this evidence, it seems quite sufficient for a case.
If the diary is accepted like this, the trial's over. Maybe it's time for me to show them something.
I don't need to show them evidence.
I'm left with no choice but to show my own evidence.
That's new. What? You have some evidence that overturns this diary?
Not too late to rethink this and avoid more embarrassment.
Very well. Please show us your evidence, Mr. Wright.
Incidentally, don't even think of showing us this diary I've just shown the court. What?
Why?
Now that we've come this far, I hope you have something a little more decisive. Show us evidence that proves the victim continued writing his diary. Alright, I'd be happy to. The decisive evidence proving that the diary didn't end with this page is... well, it should really be the diary, because unfortunately...
Because there's a page taken out.
there's a page taken out of the freaking diary.
And also,
But he said
it's
we
so
couldn't. We couldn't present it. But he doesn't get to decide that. We could point to the ripped page and immediately prove that someone has removed a page from the diary. Clearly,
Yeah.
which means that you can't use that as evidence by saying like you can't say that it didn't go on because you don't know what was on the other page. But unfortunately,
Yeah,
we're gonna have to present this bullshit.
Don't do it, Phoenix.
First.
Don't do it.
Take a close look at this diary. Note that a page has clearly been ripped out. This is all he has to say, and it is done.
That's literally what he has to say.
That's all you had to
What's
say.
this? I hadn't noticed that at all.
That's
For
why
some-
we're still here talking about this. As it just so happens, I have here what I believe to be the missing page. This is the fuck up.
You know what this is? You know what's stupid? I don't believe it's. Yeah, I don't believe how stupid Ray is right now. You also know it's also. Sorry, keep going. I'll vent my frustrations in a second.
Looking at this page, it's hard to imagine that the first visitor that night shot Magnifi Grammary. That's the defense's position.
Wait, let me see that. What in Sam Hill?
You went full fucking Hasselberry there. What in Sam Hill?
Why, this is the continuation of the victim's diary.
And with that, Phoenix Wright has killed himself.
Note the torn edge of the page. It's a perfect match with the torn remains of the last page in Magnifi's diary.
Quite remarkable.
Would you care to explain what all this means, Herr Attorney? The diary continued after his first visitor came, which means that the victim was still alive after Zach Grammary left, leaving no one to take his life but the second visitor. Valid Grammary!
No. No.
The handwriting, too, matches that on the other pages. This is, without a doubt, the genuine article. Way to rub it in.
Oh my god. What's
Order,
going on?
order, order.
But wait, that's impossible. That old man couldn't have written that.
Objection! Finally. You just couldn't resist, could you, Herright?
This is some bullshit. I'm just saying.
Resist what? Presenting is solid evidence? Here, Judge.
Yes, Prosecutor Gavin?
Might I request we put the current cross-examination on hold? The prosecution would like to recall a new witness. Ah, he's back.
Why did you play clavier?
Yeah, you always do.
I normally do when you're gone.
Yeah, I would have been like, give it to Lawrence because like you have nothing to watch there now.
He has
I'm
the lump.
playing
I had Zach.
And Zach. But most of this was talking between 3 people, but hey, no.
But Prosecutor Gavin, this evidence overturns the current witnesses?
Ask only to put it on the hold. Please. You know this has a very, very important piece of testimony together.
It's some bullshit, by the way.
That's what I missed.
Okay, so here's what happened. So we obviously proved everything of ours correct. So then Clavier's like, all right, last resort, I'm gonna present this diary that says, hey, if I die, I die.
It's yeah, literally like if I die, I die, and it says that the diary didn't go on. There's a very obvious ripped page out of it. Unfortunately, we had this letter that we got from buttfuck nowhere.
From a tiny child that says he received it from the receptionist.
Yeah, from a small 6-year-old child that happens to be the missing page. We've just presented it. Clavier's about to put the kibosh on us.
Yeah, Clavier. Also, the bullshit with Clavier is here's the thing. Here's the stupid part, right? He knows this is the thing. He knows that, like, so he knows that the evidence is fake. Like, spoilers, it's obvious. He knows that the evidence is fake, and the witness, and I know the witness he's going to call, right, is Drew, pretty sure.
Yeah.
So we know the witness he's going to call, which means he knew this was going to happen. He could have stopped this, but no, he decided to wait until he came onto the stand to call him out. And he knew the evidence, which means he technically withheld one of the pieces of evidence.
Right, so...
5 minutes. No more, no less. I promise you. Sorry, just want to move that part away.
Who's Drew?
I think it's me. But
Yeah,
it could be someone else. It could be someone else if
That's you.
you want to speak. Well, if you put it that way, Mr. Wright, what's your take on this?
Well, Your Honor, judging from his enthusiasm, we'll have to hear this new testimony sooner or later anyway. So it might as well be sooner.
Then, though this is highly irregular,
Bullshit.
we will put the current cross-examination on hold. The witness may step down. Now, Prosecutor Gavin, please bring this surprise witness to the courtroom.
I'm fuming. I'm fuming right now.
He's so mad. I had a bad feeling just then. That ripped-out page was too obvious. He must have known.
We were just stupid, which means he technically...
And I should have...
Like...
And I should have known it was a bad sign all around. The gallery's empty.
Stupid. Holding trial with no audience is a first, even for me, Prosecutor Gavin.
I beg the court's understanding. I had to make a judiciary deal with the witness to secure his testimony.
A judiciary deal?
The details of his testimony may have some legal ramifications, shall we say? Thought it best to contain the information into this room.
Very well. And you are the witness, I gather? Oh, yes, sir.
State your name and occupation for the record, please.
My name's Drew Bisham. I'm a painter.
What's outside, Drew?
Yes, he was.
I don't know if I
Stupid question. Do you want to pass the judge to Lawrence for this scene, then?
Who do you want
if you want to. Either or, man. Like, you could take either one. If you want to be judge, you can be judge. If you want to be Drew, you can be Drew.
Fuck, I'll speak to Judge. A painter? And you were somehow related to this.
No, well, not per se.
And one simple question for you, for this witness. Mr. Mission, was it? Do you know what this is?
Oh. Yeah. I know it well.
How's that possible? Have you seen this diary page somewhere before?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I made it.
You... what? You
Also,
made it?!
sorry, 1 second again as well.
What?
How did he not go to jail for literally admitting that he's a forger?
That's what the judiciary deal is for.
Yeah, so he's not going to get that much trouble or get off by being able to rat out someone.
Fair enough.
Essentially, he testifies here, but he
Got
gets
it.
off.
Yes. You might call it one of my works.
Prosecutor's office received a tip-off yesterday. Legal evidence has been prepared for the trial of Zach Bremery.
Legal evidence?
The E didn't come out, so he just said legal evidence. Like, okay, cool.
Legal evidence. Yes, legal. Yeah, I'd say it's legal. Gavin, you're wasting my time. Get...
Wait 1 second, scratch my back. I initiated an investigation and found this witness. Pages to the world at large, Sure Mission has another side, I'd say. He has two wolves inside out. He is skilled in making perfect reproduction of certain things. Forgeries, in other words.
But forgeries?
Well, so we're to understand this page here is some bullshit.
A fake. Prepared by a certain defense attorney.
Objection! Hold it! I didn't prepare this evidence!
Objection!
Presented it.
Forger says what? The attorney speaks. Something about this page, I presume, but what is he saying? It makes no sense. I thought it was you who presented this evidence to us, Phoenix, right? I like this fucking eyes.
Witness, Mr. Mission, was it? Who requested this forgery? Who was your client?
That... I don't know.
What?
Most of my clients prefer to remain anonymous, even to me. I make the items they want and receive my payment. That's the extent of my contact with them.
Objection! But... there's no proof that this is a fake!
It's a fake.
Huh?
To avoid just this sort of problem, I always put a special mark on my works. I can say, without a doubt, this is mine.
Some bullshit. Mr. Wright, what are you doing? You just presented illegal evidence to my court. The fuck, dude?
It was careless of me. That's all I can say.
Oh boy. Here.
What's this?
No, I just got it over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair. They said it was really important.
It was all a trap. A fatal trap.
Mr. Wright,
Yes?
do you have an explanation for yourself? Could you explain this bullshit?
If I did, Your Honor, would the court hear it?
No, I don't feel like it. Audience is a serious crime. And presenting into court is a serious mistake. A fatal mistake for an attorney.
Failed you perhaps for your client, I fear. I mean, the kind of defendant relies on forged evidence. The answer is quite clear. You're guilty.
Objection!
Olives.
Your Honor, wait! I understand that presenting forged evidence in court is a serious crime, but you cannot hold my client responsible for actions I undertook as an individual.
I'm sorry, Mr. Rice.
Your Honor?
You're in a close call, I dare say. If the prosecutor's office hadn't received that hot tip, everything would have gone the way you wanted to, Jaw. I even gave you a chance. But you decided not to think before embarrassing yourself.
You said a rule that didn't exist, for fuck's sake.
Clavia, if murder was illegal, you'd be dead right now.
If murder was illegal, you'd be dead right now. So you're saying if murder wasn't illegal, you wouldn't be dead?
I mean, how's he standing in this courtroom?
I'm sure if murder was legal, many of us would not be born right now.
It's true.
Yeah.
He's not wrong, but also fuck this dude.
Now
I see no further for further discussion on this matter. Special witness, kill him. I know. Dismissed.
Kill him, I don't know.
This is some wank.
Mr. Attorney,
Yes?
could I ask your name?
Phoenix Wright.
Mr. Wright, I have seen and studied many people, but none like you. I'll remember you, Mr. Wright.
Mission out.
This is some wank. Well, he's
So-
back.
Oh, right, yeah, so it's... Yeah, Alex can take
Me?
the reins again. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, because
Sure.
I'm Zach now.
Okay. Though I deeply regret having to declare a verdict in this way, this trial is over. You have the right to find a new attorney and make an appeal. However, this court must...
Your Honor,
Yes, Mr. Zack?
there is one thing I wish to make clear. Today, in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty. It is impossible.
I'm afraid that the defendant is quite mistaken. I most certainly have the authority to declare a verdict on you.
Except, tell me how you plan on announcing your verdict when your defendant does not exist.
Doesn't exist. What are you talking about?
What's that over there? I'm talking about this.
See ya! Mr. Enigmar!
Defendant escaped. Find him quick.
Bailiff,
Sorry.
close all the exits from the building. On the double, he must not allowed to be... Wow, I messed that up. He must not be allowed to escape.
I think he
He must be allowed to
He
escape.
must be allowed.
That day, in that courtroom,
Keep going.
a miracle occurred. The defendant, Shadi Enigmar, aka Zach Gremory, did not just escape from court. He literally, unbelievably, vanished. Right before the bailiff's eyes. No one ever saw him again, not since that day.
How do you fucking do it? Did they ever explain that?
No.
No, magician never reveals his tricks.
This is the grand miracle. Pretty.
The Gremory Miracle, also known as fucking off. No verdict was declared.
It's a Joestar secret technique.
After all, the defendant didn't exist.
It was just a schizophrenic
That's how it happened.
episode.
The trial of magician Zach Gremory vanished, along with him, for all eternity. The mysteries that remained behind were all solved, however. But not until 7 years later.
Some bullshit that he lost his badge to, so this absolute dog shit.
Alright, let's do this.
We have now made it back to the present.
Back to
No,
investigation.
not quite.
Oh, really? Dang.
That trial 7
Yeah,
years
that's
ago
some
was the
bullshit.
beginning of it all. This I know beyond a doubt. The mysteries of the past work their magic on the present, but you'll soon be finding all of this out for yourself. Which of Magnifi Gramarye's disciples pulled that trigger? Where did the vanishing defendant, Zack Gramarye, go? What dark truth lurks behind the forged diary page? And what about the girl who was left behind?
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Mason.
Fight.
What do numbers mean, Mason? So now,
past.
some nonsense.
Left us these 4 keys to unlocking the truth.
Gameplay.
This is no. If it's they look extreme,
That's
you know what
not
this is?
all.
This is investigation.
Yep.
I'm leaving.
There are 4 keys in the present as well, and when all the questions have found their answers, the final trial will begin. But first, you must chase the truth through then and now. Think of it as a game.
Gameplay.
Alright, Phoenix, that's a little too meta for us.
I, Phoenix Wright, will be your guide through this game. That terrible trial saw me present forged evidence. It ended, half-finished, when the defendant vanished. What became of me after that? As your investigation proceeds, the answer will become clear. Ah, and one more thing. There's something I must tell you. As Apollo Justice has his bracelet, so too do I have my own weapon of sorts. My Magatama.
It's back. It's
What does it
bullshit.
do, you
man.
ask? That I would have you see for yourself. Well now, shall we begin? Use these buttons that don't exist in real life to jump between the past and present.
No, Rob.
What?
Remember, this is a system. So technically, it is theoretical that these buttons are the buttons that you
I can't believe they're playing this on a PS4 controller. But let's begin
Who are they
7 years
speak-
ago,
Who's he speaking to?
in the past.
Us.
Us.
It is right after my last trial came to an abrupt end. He's talking to the jurors.
He's talking to the jurors.
Oh, okay.
This is the juror system.
Now that you know the game, let's play.
So the juror system is just a fucking AI.
Might have been.
I presume Rob's just gonna use the guide to get through this bullshit.
Yeah, fuck it. The nightmare trial was over.
Rob acts is so excited for this, yet in reality, this is just investigation.
And the new nightmare of figuring out what had happened had just begun. I wanted to wake up, to walk away. But I figured I'm the only one who could do this, probably. And besides, I had plenty of time. Thanks to the Bar Association Review Board's decision. It's hard to work when your attorney's badge has been taken away.
7 years ago, Writing Co. law officers. Fuck you, Lawrence.
Morning, Daddy.
So I'm so glad you came.
You okay, Daddy? Been picking on you?
I'm fine as always. This old boy isn't help me after all.
That's a young man to you.
Young man.
Good morning. That's a cute outfit you have on.
Please. My first shirt today, after all.
2 weeks had passed since then. I called her into my office. Trucy, there's something we need to talk about. It's been 2 weeks since your father disappeared.
That's it.
We need to start thinking about your future. I did some calling around. This is hard to say, but you have no living relatives. So, I was wondering if you wanted to stay with me for a while. Just until your daddy comes home. It won't be long. I hope. Of course, it's totally your choice. If you don't like it here, you can go wherever you'd like. I could look up some places you might like to stay at. This is so weird.
Mr. Tony, Daddy told me about you. He said I could trust you.
Huh? Really?
So we're staying here? Does that mean you'll be my family?
I guess so? Getting weirder.
Mr. Tony?
Actually, why don't you call me, Nick? Or you can call me Daddy if you'd like. It doesn't have to be today or anything.
Okay, say Daddy.
That was quick. Yes?
Did I move right? I was thinking I don't pay for lunch at my last school for a year. So thanks, Daddy.
Ah,
Oh, and this office, it's all black. A little color goes a long way, you know.
ah.
Oh, and Daddy, you got fired from work, right? Don't you worry one bit. I'll work twice as hard to make it through this.
Trucy. How old are you?
Oh, I'm 80. But don't let parents deceive you. I'm a young professional. Stick with me.
Why does she sound
That's fine,
southerner?
Daddy.
What?
Alright.
She sounds southerner.
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm
It's
doing my
because of the
best,
way he's
trying to
pronouncing
read
daddy. Ah, thanks. Why does it feel like she's already in charge?
Because she is.
Adopts a kid. Kid immediately calls him out for being fired. God damn.
So, Daddy, how's it feel to get fucking fired?
See?
Please kind of look aside or something when you say that. It's actually kind of hard for me, for Daddy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. I didn't know you had feelings. Wait, is that foolish pride? My other daddy always used to talk about that.
Actually, that's pretty accurate.
So here's my idea. We'll make a new office. Law just seems so stiff, doesn't it?
Hey!
Don't be my friend at school anyway.
Well, that won't do, I guess. I just don't know much about anything other than law. Or even much about law, if you were to ask some people.
Didn't you start Law being a painter or whatever?
Yeah,
Not a painter, no. What was he start?
he was an artist.
He was
Oh,
an
there
artist.
you go. He's got another job.
Maybe the problem is calling it an office. We should run an agency instead.
You mean like a talent agency? Forgive me for asking, but doesn't that require, talent?
You got me, don't you? I'm a professional.
A professional?
After all, I'm directly descended from the famous Zach Flammery.
Directly descended. He's your father.
Oh! And now I'm directly descended from the famous Phoenix Wright too!
I think an 8-year-old just massaged my ego.
Yeah?
Could you tell me a bit more about your daddy, or Zach Grammar?
Daddy? Sure thing, Daddy!
Which daddy was that again?
Daddy's so amazing! The biggest star of the true Flammery, and they're big!
The Grammarys. They were on television a lot. Haven't seen them on much recently, come to think of it.
Big magic happens when you put Zach and Van Grammy together, you know. Once, they made a giant waterfall right there on the stage. And this giant trout swam up the waterfall.
Let me guess. There was a giant fisherman waiting for him at the top.
I wish I could see more of Daddy's magic.
Shouldn't have brought that up so soon.
I wonder what will happen to me with Daddy and Mommy both gone.
Mommy? Yeah, what about Mommy? Haven't heard anything
What
about
about-
Drussy's mother.
But I have magic! And a big Daddy, even if he's unemployed. He's a meat now. You know, I think it's gonna be okay.
Wonder if she'll talk about her mother.
Gosh.
So, Drusy, you're a professional?
Yes, it's like that thing they say. Baby frogs grown up to be frogs.
They say that?
I do know. I always thought it was funny though.
What was?
Aren't baby frogs called tadpoles? Maybe they thought it would be easier to send their kid that way for kids. That's fucking stupid.
Right, so in conclusion, you're a professional magician, Drusy.
That's right. Well, you wanna see a trick? Do.
You're gonna do a magic trick? Please show me. Actually, I'd like to see your trick. The future of the agency depends on it, after all.
That's the spirit.
Thanks, Rick.
Ready, here goes. Ta-da!
It's the amazing Mr. Hat.
Hey folks, it's Mr. Hat. I gotta say, it's been good to be seen. Like
Yeah! Whoa, that was startling.
The amazing Mr. Hat. Isn't he great?
A friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat. At your service.
He Certainly makes an impression.
Doesn't he? I'm so glad you like him, Daddy.
Dorothys do get a bit heady at times. Get it, heady?
My friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat nearly gave me a fucking heart attack.
They gave me a friendly neighborhood heart attack. I like how it's evidence.
Could you tell me about your mommy, if it's okay?
Mommy, pretty. She was like an angel up on stage.
On stage? You mean you with your daddy?
She was always there with Jack and Beaver, smiling. But then, she went away.
Went away?
It was a grand illusion, but she made a mistake. She vanished, and I guess she didn't know how to get back.
Maybe so.
She tried that.
Can't believe she went to go get milk and never came back.
That's when Daddy gave me this. Here.
Yeah, I need the fuck.
Nani?
This is your mother? She's beautiful. I want me some of that.
Whoa, that's right.
God damn.
Her name's Thalassa. Thalassa Grammary.
Flaccid.
Certainly puts the ass in the thalassa. Oh, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Poor girl. I didn't know her mommy had gotten missing, and right now I'm putting the ass in asshole. And now her daddy's vanished too, right before her eyes. Say again?
You won't.
Don't worry. I won't vanish. I promise.
Right, you can't even do magic to have a backup plan. Daddy always said to have a backup plan.
I guess all I rate is the backup.
Damn.
I think that's probably enough for today. Sorry to ask you so much all at once like that.
It's okay. After all, we're family. I just hope you're ready. The Right Talent Agency opens tomorrow.
What? Are we representing anyone?
Me and you. That makes two, Daddy.
I think you need more than that to make an agency. Besides, you may be a magician, but I'm no talent.
Oh, I'm sure it's something you got good at.
Oh, when you put it that way.
You mean you don't have any traits? No standbys? This will not do. The boy should always have a trick or two in his pocket.
Okay, I'll think of something.
That's the spirit. See you bright and early tomorrow, Daddy.
Welcome to the team, Daniel.
The team, right.
Oh, thank fuck.
Sometimes when magicians vanish, they leave something behind. That's how Trucy became Trucy Wright, my daughter. To be honest, I was pretty lost those first few days. Thinking back on it, it was a pretty dark time in my life. But Trucy, happy,
Darkest
smiling Trucy,
timeline.
she was my light.
She's also my pain in my throat. God.
Alright, that sorts that out. Next one is...
Defendant lobby.
Number 2.
Didn't think I'd be back here for a while. I didn't want to have to remember that day. We literally just did this.
Well, fuck you, right? I guess you fucking lose, huh? You suck. The trial's over. You're gone. You're done, son. Your honor. What is
there
it, Zach?
anything I need to do in these sections?
Let me make one thing clear to you, Your Honor. Today, I have Ligma.
Today, in this courtroom, I have Ligma.
In this courtroom. The next thing.
Is there a line for Iffy at a certain point? He
Don't
doesn't
know.
voice a single witness.
Let's find out who comes up next.
The person coming up next has no assigned person, however, so Iffy can do him.
Okay, well, I guess we'll find out who they are. Anyway, I'll keep going for this for the moment. I mean, he continues the joke. I have Ligma, Your Honor. What's Ligma? Ligma balls, Your Honor.
Fucking pieces out. Mr. Ligma!
Oh, there you go.
Make a funny joke.
Clicking doorknobs is illegal on other planets. Flashback.
Bailiff! Kill him! Kill him now! He got me with that joke! Do it with great prejudice! Sorry, I had to come.
When I came here on that fateful morning, I still had Ligma, but now,
Oh god.
like an amputated limb, I can still feel it itching.
You're like,
Don't
what?
say that.
Where do I start? I don't even have the authority to investigate.
Oh, I know who this is. He's
Yep.
no, if he voiced this person before as well.
Oh, did he? Fuck. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Iffy. Do you remember Mike Meekins?
No.
Greasy police officer.
He's a really
Hey, you
stupid.
there, sir! Down on the hands, floor on your head now. No.
Do you remember
Whoa.
now, dude?
What's the big idea? My ears.
Okay, now I need to go.
Now he needs to
Everybody
go.
needs to
All right. Fair enough.
Alex, you go.
Alex, then.
I need the voice track. My throat hurts.
Yeah.
Forgot what voice if he just did.
He's
Uh,
very screechy.
He's supposed.
No unauthorized personnel aren't allowed in here!
That's perfect.
Perfect.
But that would mean all unauthorized personnel are allowed.
Zoinks! I just say it like it is, sir. And it's usually wrong. Thrown out of the precinct. Lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet.
Pretty sure.
We've met before, haven't we? On a case 2 years ago.
No recollection of that, sir!
Huh?
For me, working on a case is always in the present progressive tense, sir. There is no past! There is only now, sir!
Okay, you're the bailiff, right?
Yes, sir! Court Bailiff Mike Meekins at your service, sir!
I've asked to meet with the bailiff at this court who let the magician escape.
Let me try to make this as absolutely clear as possible for you, sir. It was me, sir.
But you were a regular police officer once, right?
He got demoted. No.
Sometimes bad things happen to good people, sir.
Something tells me it's a long story. Let's not go there. So, you were in charge of security at the time of the vanishing.
I'm dying over here.
No, that's me right now.
Oh, it's a hard knock life, sir. Thrown out of the precinct. Lost my friends and my girl and even my wallet.
I'm surprised this guy even managed to get a girlfriend. Guess I wasn't the only victim. Meekins. The last time we met, you were a police officer, right? In fact, you're still wearing your uniform.
Sir, I wish I didn't have to tell you this. Last year, tragedy stuck a rising star in the precinct. I lost my case files 4 times in 3 days. They fired me.
Wait, hold up.
How did you achieve that?
That takes real talent, actually. They don't know what they're missing.
I don't see that case files, Phoenix.
So here I am, sir, forced to start from square one, a lowly bailiff.
Well, babies
But-
are cool.
Your uniform?
I took it with me as a souvenir the day I was fired.
That can't be legal. So, you were the one who let the magician get away that day.
I'm dying over here. A star rises among the court bailiffs full of hope. Then tragedy strikes.
Is there anything you can tell me about it? About Zach Gremery's disappearance?
Oh, the humanity!
That's enough of that.
Volume.
Why, yes, I say it was around 2 p.m. when I heard a commotion in court. I opened the door to see what might be amiss. The door slams open! Slam! And some guy's face is right in front of me! Sir! Face! Lines!
So you saw someone suspicious coming your way.
Yes, and I, being a bailiff of little standing, I gave chase. I chased that silk cat all the way down to the hall, sir!
I have a diagram of the court building here.
Aha! There's courtroom number 7! That's where I was, sir! All by myself, nary a friend to call my own.
Okay, and which way did Zach Gramarye run after bursting through the courtroom door?
He went up, like this, and around the corner, like that. So I, with no delay, ran after him with no delay. When I turned the corner, I saw that magic man run into the defendant lobby.
Oh, they do explain what happens.
Yeah.
Swiftly, I ran. Following him, I threw myself boldly into the room. Why, I remember it like it was right here. Because it was. Lobby number 2, sir.
You ran into this room. I don't see any place to hide in here.
Believe it or not, sir, I didn't believe it. Here, in this room, the magician, gone, vanished like a puff of smoke. Except there wasn't even any smoke. He was just gone.
That's impossible.
Yes, that word. Oh, how many times have I said that word? Even the sound of it causes me indescribable pain. I'm dying. I'm dying over here.
Okay, I won't say it again, I promise.
Are you really enjoying this, Alex?
I'm enjoying this.
But you have to admit, it's difficult to vanish into thin air. Did you search the lobby?
Searched.
Why the pause?
There was nothing in here at all, sir. That's right. Nothing was here, sir.
How can he talk so loud and still be hiding something? So, Zach was in this room when he vanished.
Absolutely, sir. I saw him with my own eyes. That red silk hat, that flowing cape. He ran right in here, right inside this room.
Silk hat, cape, yeah, that's Zach alright.
But, sir, look at the room. There's not a single place to hide. Sir, there was nothing I could do but nothing, sir.
What about now? Have any ideas?
Sir! Ideas about what exactly, if you don't mind me asking?
You've had quite a bit of time since then. Has nothing occurred to you at all? Do you have any idea what trick he might have used to disappear like that?
Here it is.
Cyclops! I should have known.
How confused are you, Alex?
My Magatama. One of my most prized possessions, which I got during a certain case.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you seen this before, Alex? At all?
Yeah, I've seen Cyclops.
He could show me the locks on people's hearts. And if I can unlock their hearts, they'll tell me their secrets. The Magatama starts it all. And the Magatama ends it.
Yeah, you're still technically past me, aren't you?
Gameplay!
Science have threw over it.
Okay, Mr. Meekins. What do you know? Spit it out.
Hey! Ooh, what's with the atmosphere in here all of a sudden?
You know something, and I'm gonna find out what. Zach Gramarye vanished from this room. How'd he do it?
How, sir? Well, sir, I can't say as I... Sir!
Why are you so nervous if you aren't hiding something?
Well, sir, you see, at the time, sir, I was here, and... Listen! It was impossible! What could such a little girl possibly do anyway?
What did you just say?
Sir, did I just say something, sir?
No, you screamed it through that megaphone of yours. There was something else in the room, wasn't there?
Sir, I'm going to have to invoke my right to remain in a state of not talking.
What a line! It's okay, Meekins. You don't have to tell me who Zach's accomplice was. I know who was here in this room that day.
Sir! Sir! I'd never seen that girl until just the other day.
Mr. Meekins, I'm not buying it.
Sir! Sir, that day, she was here, in the room, sir. But he wasn't.
You mean you chased her into this room, not him?
Sir, in my days as a police officer, literally days, I learned a thing or two.
You learned?
Okay, just one thing. It was not how to mistake a girl for a 7-foot-tall magician.
7 feet? Zack isn't that tall, is he? You have a point. I find it hard to imagine that anyone mistake a little girl for Zack Gregory. But you saw something, and therein lies the trick. I think you know what it was, Mr. Meekins. Tell me, does this trick look familiar? Now the thing is, we got this evidence in an entirely different point in time.
But here's the thing. Technically, I feel like the Fruity one happens before this one.
Yeah.
It's still in the past 7 years.
You get my point, though. We're moving across time for this. We're bringing
This one
evidence
makes
across
sense.
time.
Like, this one can make sense, but the rest can be a bit weird.
What's that?
There will be a section where I'm pretty sure we have to bring a piece of evidence from the future into the past. That girl's favorite trick. The amazing Mr. Hat. She uses it in her show down at the Wunderbar.
Wunderbar.
Have you been to the Wunderbar?
So, it wasn't a waking dream, was it, sir?
Come again?
That night on stage, I saw a vision. Except, it wasn't a vision. It was the hat. An amazing Mr. Hat! He really exists!
Fucking Meekins.
But yeah, I've been to the one. What a fucking dumbass.
I love Alex's voice for him, though. It's
Oh,
just
yeah,
so
he's
good.
perfect. You know what's unfortunate, Rob?
What?
This is the last time
This is the last time we see him, yeah.
For the record, Alex, he appears in Game 1, Game,
And this
like,
game.
Apollo Justice Investigation 1. And this game.
Okay.
He does appear in Investigations 1 as well.
Alright, yeah.
Because he's the
I
blue
remember
badge.
it clearly, though the details are a little vague. Zack Gregory exited the courtroom. I gave chase and cornered him in the corner room, sir. Zack Gregory, don't even think you can escape, Meekins! Down on your hands! Floor on your head! Hello?
Something the matter, mister?
No. That is... Sir, I'm currently chasing a suspect, sir! Zack Gregory. Do you know him?
Oh, I love Gregory. His magic is the best. I'm his biggest fan.
See, that's why you're wearing that costume you're wearing. Anyway, that very same Zack came into this room.
But no one's been here since me.
But he has to be in here somewhere.
The bedroom drunk, mister.
Under the sofa, in the trash can, behind the painting, under the rug.
Think you fucking lost it, mister.
So, Trucy was his accomplice.
Imagine my astonished surprise when, 1 week later, I just happened to walk into a bar and see him.
Mr. Hat.
I couldn't believe my own eyes. For a while, I thought it had all been a long dream.
A dream that lasted a week?
But it wasn't the magician who disappeared. It was Mr. Hat.
There you go.
Though it seems complex, what really happened that day was quite simple.
You're an idiot.
You were standing by the door and out came Zack. But that wasn't all. Another person got in on the act, and she was standing in front of lobby number 2. Along with Mr. Hat.
Ah, and that's the beauty of it, isn't it?
So, while you are standing in shock and amazement, the magician rounds the corner, and most likely runs through the closest door into lobby number 1. This is where you come in. You turn the corner in a rather lukewarm pursuit, and at that very moment, Trucy runs into lobby number 2. Then all she has to do is tuck away the amazing Mr. Hat.
Sir, I only lost sight of him for the briefest of moments. Then I saw that cape! Zack Gregory's red cape fluttering like a cape! Astounding, sir! All my days of posing queries and making inquiries and chasing quarries. Wasted! It was as I could see them melting away like an ice cream cone left by the side of the road to die! Or the scattered remains of a messily eaten chocolate parfait!
I like to remind the audience, we don't even need to make jokes for this.
They make themselves.
That's
sweet
shit
sorrows.
here. He's doing it for me.
I'm sorry. I had no idea how much you'd suffer on account of this case.
It's an honor, sir. I've apologized to people many, many times. Sometimes more than once. But this is the first time anyone's ever apologized to me!
Actually, about that girl. I'm sort of her guardian now.
Is that so?
Yes.
Sir, you should know that I harbor no ill-will feelings whatsoever in my harbor.
Okay.
I let the defendant escape. That's the stone-cold truth. Just another step on my way from singing the blues to wearing the blues. Someday, sir, I'll be standing side by side with the great detective Gumshoe.
Mr.
Oh
Beacons?
yeah, I forgot to mention, Alex. This is his Gumshoe is his idol.
Yeah.
Let's go.
This is a free ticket to the show at the Wonder Bar. If you want.
It's an honor, sir. Sir, I can't count the number of things I've had taken from me, sir. But no one's ever given me anything for free! Right. I'll see you in court next time then, sir.
I look forward to it.
But we don't come into court.
All eyes were on Zach Gramery that day in court until his mysterious disappearance. Now part of the mystery's been revealed, but the magician remained out of sight. It'd be 7 years before I met him again.
We gotta show Iffy this later.
It's like you don't even need to make a joke at his expense. Like,
Yeah, Iffy just needs to watch this.
yeah. Oh, we've unlocked the Borscht Bowl Club.
Back to the present. Is that
Unlock the
where we go next?
Yeah, seems like it.
Yeah. Oh, son of a bitch. I'll be taking my leave now. Still have some work to do back at the office.
Then I guess I'll go back to my piano.
To be honest, it's better when you aren't playing. The frigid culinary dungeon almost feels like uncomfortable. Later then. Bitch.
2 hours left on my shift. Wonder if we'll get any customers tonight.
Do you know who I am?
Who I am? No, but if you hum it, I can play it. Just kidding, I don't do requests.
How about a different sort of request? You see, I play cards.
Oh, a customer. I was just hoping someone would come in and save me from a night at the Keys.
I seek a true competition. I've heard the Borscht Bowl Club is the place for this. Now I see the rumor is true.
And this is a friend of yours.
Don't mind me. I'm just your friendly neighborhood newsman.
He's Spider-Man. Oh, I wish Iffy was here for that.
Yeah.
I presume he's not here still. Yeah, doesn't look like it. Ah, he will not be playing tonight. When his business is finished, I'll keep him. I shall send him home. It's competition between us, no others.
How Spark Crush will somehow involve them all.
The Right Talent Agency represents 2 artists, and I'm number 2. I play piano. Well, sort of. It's actually just a front for my real talent, which is playing poker. Don't ask me how I got started. I don't remember.
Okay, well, fucking remember that piece of shit.
But I'm good. Real good.
Did you play Blatro?
It didn't take long for the rumors to get around. Go to the Borscht Bowl Club if you want a real game. That guy's never lost. People don't come to hear me tickle the ivory. They come to watch me play cards. Is this a seedy poker club? No, it's a restaurant. We don't play for high stakes. There's no money involved. But real players carry cash. And they're always thirsty. It's a handy source of income for the club owner. Then let's compete. I'll take you to the room.
The hideout, yes? Before we go,
Yes?
allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jazzy Smith.
Oh, and I'm Brushel, Spark Brushel, news reporter.
No one asked.
Oh, I'm,
No, Phoenix Wright.
Huh?
You must always look a man in the eye when you make introductions. You should not know who I am.
Have we... Oh god, for fuck's sake.
Today, Mr. Judge, I have Sugma. What's Sugma? Suck my balls, Judge.
Mr. Sutma! Oh, as if he's still here.
No, go.
The defendant's got Sugma! Find him, quick!
He's doing it again, Baylor! Get him! Shoot him! He's worse than that clown! Get him! Get him!
I'm sorry, that joke's just too good.
It just works. When it comes up again, I don't know what the next one's gonna be.
You can't be. But you've got Sugma!
Yes, the reincarnation act of the century. But yeah, but what? You.
Zach Gremory? This must be a bad dream. In a sense, this guy ruined my life.
You did.
Da?
Oh, she's back.
Will you please ready the room?
Da, I will be preparing the hideout for you. Are you really him? The Zach Gremory?
Now I am Shadi Smith. Remember this.
How many years has it been now? 6?
In exactly 3 days from now, it will be 7. I caused you much inconvenience, I fear.
Yeah, you could say that.
Is she wet? Trucy, I mean.
Whew. He's fine.
How about that now, bitch?
I hope you got... I've got her working already. Hope you don't mind.
I hardly express my gratitude, but you haven't. This is why I have come. That, and settle a matter of God.
By which you mean poker. Those eyes. He's serious.
I despise losing above all else.
Huh.
And so I have decided I will win tonight, no matter what it takes.
I know this guy's type, and they're dangerous. Everything's about the competition. All else is secondary.
Perhaps we should take the time to talk before we play. I know you have much to ask me. And you.
We competed that day, 7 years ago, too.
You must have been surprised. Go to the detention center out of the blue.
2.
Or in the blue, I guess. What?
Showdown time.
Showdown time. I lost.
It's only a game of poker.
A game I played for a long time. And only lost twice.
Who was the first?
The man I killed, of course.
You choose your defense attorneys by playing poker.
Some are hired, others fired. When you compete, you see a man's true nature. You know what I speak of. I know that you do.
Trucy's power.
Trucy, she's in a class of her own.
For 7 years, I've played poker here at the Borscht Bowl Club. And I've never lost once. I'm good, but not that good. I win because whenever there's a big game, I bring in Trucy. And she sends me signals.
I mean, he's got a good hand. You might have a chance if you act quick. Better call him soon.
Can you tell me what her power is?
Judging a person's thoughts by reading their reactions is a staple of performance magic. But those of Trucy's line possess far greater skill.
Her line?
Recall, you were the second man to whom I have lost.
Magnifi Gramarye.
That was the first time I learned of this power, as you call it.
Wait, so you're saying her power is genetic? It's just in the Gramarye blood or something?
Blood. I'm sorry, but it's not something told lightly out to outsiders. And it's nothing you need to know at this time.
It's some kind of Gramarye secret then. Fine.
She's 15 this year?
She's still trying her best to follow in your footsteps, you know.
See. When I planned my disappearance act, it was the thought of her that gave me pause.
Wait, you're planning on vanishing from the get-go?
Yes, and for that I must have...
Say that again, sorry.
However, yes, and for that I must apologize. However, I could not be found guilty that day. Because of these.
This?
A transfer of rights. You see the signature?
A transferal. That's Magnifi Gramarye's signature, isn't it? Hold up. I hereby give all rights...
It's even weirder.
Yeah, I hereby give all rights to the secrets, staging, and performance of my magic to the recipient named below. And the recipient's name is you, Zack Gramarye.
The bullshit is he knew. This means he would, because he saw it. He saw the letter, which means he would have known it was a fake.
Yeah.
In theory. Zack. The fuck? Yes, it is I.
Wait. This page looks torn.
You recall the diary, yes?
First, take a close look at this diary.
Look at this nerd. He writes in a fucking diary.
Note that a page has clearly been ripped out. As it just so happens, I'm going to make the biggest fucking mistake of my life.
Wait, don't do it, right. You're making the biggest mistake of your life.
How could I forget? And that scrap of paper lost me my attorney's badge.
This is the real page that was torn from the book. Magnifi gave it to me that night.
Oh, this prick. You could have told me this earlier, like 7 years earlier.
Once again, I must apologize. It's all I could do to prepare for my escape from that courtroom. The greatest of Gramarye's illusions are true art. As such, they are well protected by this document. Only his Baron may perform his illusions on stage.
Sounds like a pretty important thing to have if you're his disciple.
Why did he not...
Why did he not give it to us, yeah?
As the rightful heir to his art, I too want the rightful heir.
Rightful?
I'm sure you know who I chose as my successor.
Your daughter.
That is why I've risked all to come here tonight. Look, oh my god. What was the purpose of this? Why can you just handle it? Is it because it made it look like he... Is it because it made it look like he was a...
Yeah, that evidence...
into writing?
That evidence is incriminating, unfortunately.
I guess. Brush.
Sure. Here you go.
What's this?
A letter passing the rights I have inherited to Trucy. I would have you sign here as a witness.
But I'm not a lawyer anymore. And you need a public notary besides.
I may not look it, but I'm a certified notary.
Fuck you, Brushel. You are?
By day, I wear a notary's glasses and hunt for news. Also by day, I wear reporter's glasses and notarize. When I take off the glasses, I can't see very well.
Perfect.
He's not wrong. Your signature, please. This is the first reason I've come here tonight.
I finally figured it out. Now I know why you've come out of hiding only now. It's been 7 years, you said.
Precisely.
There's a law that covers your situation. After 7 years, missing persons are considered to be legally deceased. So if someone was to vanish from the face of the earth 7 years ago, they would lose all rights as a living person after 7 years from that day. Not to mention all of their possessions.
Exactly, which is why I'm here. I'm showing my face in public for the sake of this document. For my 7 years are up. You might say, I'm securing my daughter's inheritance.
But do you really need this document? Wouldn't Trucy inherit your estate automatically?
Not in this case, I'm afraid.
This case?
Yes, I received the performance rights from Magnifique Gramarye. However, this was done in secret without witnesses. Before Magnifique died, 2 potential successors to his repertoire were named. Myself, Zach Gramarye, and Volant Gramarye. Not Trucy.
I see, so you do need this document.
I have known Brushel since before I vanished. He is a man I trust. Do you?
Do you?
The only free know of my rebirth.
I took the liberty of looking into Trucy's background, and found you had no other close kin.
It is as you say.
Okay. I was kind of hoping he'd say something about the mother at this point. I know everyone else, but Trucy's mother is a mystery.
Can we present him now? Or do we
Yeah.
still
Oh, well,
start?
no, I did not mean to do that.
Mr. Wright,
Ignore
you
this.
stupid!
Ignoring.
Yeah, we can't back out.
It's fine. We don't have to read this yet. Piss
I
off.
must know, Shotty. Did you really have Sugma?
It's fine. It's fine.
Do you think Phoenix
It's
Wright?
fine.
Did you think I have Sugma?
It's
You
fine.
at least play the joke.
The joke is that it's fine. Alright, I wanted to present.
Time to live. Well,
This person in the photo was Trucy's mother?
how do you come by this?
Trucy showed it to me. She said her mother was gone.
Then it is so.
Huh?
She is gone. What more is there to say?
Lots?
I know.
Whoa, you're still here?
According to my in-depth research, Trucy's mother, Magnifique Gramarye's only daughter. End quote.
What? Magnifique's daughter? Is that true, Mr. Zack?
Brushel, you say too much.
Urgh. What? Why am I the bad guy? Why?
Zack decked him.
Oh, you punched him.
He punched him.
Think my magic punch. In any case, Mr. Wright, this discussion is over.
Alessa Gramarye, she's the most mysterious of the whole lot. I need to gather me some evidence, clearly.
Well, the prelude may have been longer than the main attraction. Shall I begin our game? My final competition.
Fine. Why?
I said I've come out of hiding today to make this document legally binding. Once that is done, I shall slip once more underground.
Without seeing your daughter?
It would be best if I did not. 7 years ago we played. 7 years ago I lost. I already lost to McDevee. I do not care to lose to another. And I have heard that you'll never lose.
It's just a rumor.
Yes, which is impossible to never lose unless one has an ace up their sleeve. As magician, it caused me no end of irritation. To think a mere lawyer might be out there pulling the wool over so many eyes.
Hey, I just signed your document for you. Maybe you could try lightening up.
That was that. This is this. For my final competition, I will destroy your perfect record, Phoenix Wright. This will be my final performance. You are warned.
This guy is beyond serious. So much for a fun evening of cards.
Bushel, you may leave.
But it's your last game. I mean, what a scoop.
I punch and I punch, but it still isn't not enough.
I just remembered a future, prior engagement. Toodles, gentlemen. Oh, and nice meeting you, Piano Man.
Man, Zach's fucking violent. Let's begin, dealer.
Da?
You'll be witness to our competition.
Da, it is honor for me. Why haven't I seen her around here before?
Ah, that reminds me. I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. She did not seem to notice me, however.
Hmm?
Gavin, I believe his name was.
You know him.
After a fashion. Listen, Phoenix Wright. One can learn much from a true competition. Remember this. That you're a violent piece of crap?
The Gramarye power. I was close to understanding it, but I needed more. And as I knew where to get it, Trucy's mother. I need to meet that reporter again, that was clear. And one other thing. From the moment my final competition with Zack began that night, a name was running through my head. The name of a man now in prison. A name Zack Gramarye knew. But how? And why?
Dun-dun-dun. Oh god. Solitary cell 13. He's in solitary confinement. Well, well, isn't this an unexpected surprise? What errand brings you down to my cramped confine?
Gavin.
Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago.
My past is like my logic, straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction.
Fine. I'm glad we could have this little tete-a-tete. You look well, Phoenix Wright.
You too, Gavin.
Life has been full of surprises for the both of us. I've no doubt you never expected to lose that attorney's badge.
And I'll bet you never expected to wind up here. Shoddy Smith was the name of the man you killed. Did you know who he really was?
Who he was?
Zack Gramarye, you know, the defendant.
I remember him, of course. But you say Smith was Zack? Impossible.
Don't even try to tell me it was a coincidence.
What did I just say? Life is full of surprises, don't you think?
After that trial, you were arrested and found guilty. But your motive was never made clear. A mistake I plan to remedy.
You're not an attorney anymore, Phoenix Wright. What possible conclusion do you think this investigation of yours can lead to? I killed a man named Smith with a bottle because I'm an evil human being. Isn't that enough?
Not for me, it isn't. I need to know why you did it, Gavin. You recall that case 7 years ago?
Ah yes, the trial where Zack Gramarye pulled his famous vanishing act. My brother won his fair share of praise and adoration for that trial, as I recall. Genius prosecutor reveals crooked attorney, was it?
End quote. That was when I met you, wasn't it?
Was it now?
The Bar Association Review Board voted unanimously for the strictest punishment. Unanimous, save for one dissenting opinion. Yours.
It was my brother who was responsible for putting you in that position after.
For 7 years we've been friends, and yet I still don't understand you.
But right, your friendship toward me was never pure. You suspect me then as you still do now, don't you?
Honestly, right now I'm not sure what I think. You didn't just brain a guy with a juice bottle for no reason. Tell me why you did it.
Persistent, aren't you?
I came here because I remembered something. The night of our game. Zach Gremory mentioned your name, Gavin.
Ah, that reminds me. I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. It was Mind Goblin.
I'm sorry, Mind Goblin?
Mind Goblin these nuts, Phoenix, right?
After that, he was killed, and I asked you to help me. Because I remembered your kindness back when everyone else had turned up. I seemed to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit him. Hard. Me? Please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands, should it come to that. I have to know. Why did you kill Shoddy Smith? No. Zach Gremory.
Good luck figuring that one out, bitch.
Whoa! I've never seen Cyclops like these. Dark, cold, full of despair. Can I even unlock these things?
Nope. Something wrong, right?
No, it's nothing.
You shouldn't push yourself so hard. Life is to be taken easy, you know.
He's doing his nails. Ah! Well, time to examine that. Yeah, black Cyclops. Fun things.
You're thinking, what self-respecting man would use nail polish?
Not really. I know appearances are a big thing with you.
You know what I say. One cannot live a beautiful life without beautiful nails. First rate in all things, except nothing less.
That certainly does look like first-rate nail polish. I like the sparkly bottle.
It's crystal. If you're drawn to it, please, have one. It's on me.
I mean, gee, thanks. You just...
Letter?
Yeah.
Yellow envelope.
That envelope's been bothering me since I came in here.
It's not nice to pick out other people's mail.
You get mail here in jail?
That I do. Though they read it first, apparently. Still aren't allowed the pleasure of correspondence. Packages and the like are different matter, however.
Looks like sneaking a peek is out of the question.
Anything else?
Oh, that's all for today. Righto.
Bye,
We will see you guys next time on Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. Though right now it's a bit of Phoenix Wright. See you around.
I have no jokes for this one.
See you next time.